In this episode of The Tripod.
Do you reckon if I put together the soundboard of Sean that I could make that an NFT and then I'd be
100%.
okay? I'm going to do that.
I mean, Gary, I was on top of a mountain. You could NFT each soundbite.
Oh, I'm definitely touching myself tonight.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Welcome to The Tripod.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 65 of The Tripod. My name is Kevin Hennessy, and today I am joined by one of the loveliest lads in the land, because the other loveliest lad is off roaming the land again, no doubt. Today I'm here with Mr. Ronan Harding Downs. Ronan, how are you, my friend?
I'm a filthy liar, and I must issue an apology to you, Kevin, actually. It's episode 64.
God damn it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 64 of The Tripod. That's all good. Look, just play this part again next week. We'll be sorted.
Yeah, we'll just stick that in next week. Yeah. Grand.
How are you?
I just living the dream. I'm busy. I'm absolutely exhausted.
Good.
Flat to the mat.
Very good.
It's a good complaint, but we went from having no work to having so much work in such a short space of time. It's just boggles the mind. I know.
Today was a good day for me. So the Thin Air, the lads who I shoot gigs for, there was a bit of a mishap with the gig claim sheet that we use. So it was cleared. So I had a free for all for pretty much all the gigs between now and the end of the year. And now and the end of next year, should I say. So I put my name down for a bucket load of gigs. A gig was requested for me next weekend. Hopefully you'll be seeing shots of that. It's a certain Dermot Kennedy fella.
Who's he now?
I'm a fan of. We had his photographer on in episode 1.
Did we?
Remember those days?
And what was her name?
Lucy Foster.
No recollection.
Fantastic person.
Yeah, don't remember.
But yeah, so it's now a trip up to Belfast for me. So if anyone has any tips on parking up near whatever the park is called up there, let me know. Thank you very much.
It's always great when the podcast can help you like that, isn't it?
They're sound. Honestly, our friends are sensational.
If anyone has any tips on how I can get Kev quarantined up north so he can't come back, will you let me know?
Yes, do. Please
drop
do.
me a message here.
Ronan, what was been your highlight of the week so far? Or since we last recorded?
Jesus, good question. I don't think I have a highlight as much as I've
Was it going to the pub with me?
We did go for a pint, actually, yeah.
We did?
That was good crack.
Yeah.
You are the spillage people.
The spillage people.
So funny.
That was so funny. Such a good night.
I hadn't been out in the pub with people in ages.
It was so strange because it actually felt like normal.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Just there were, it was, apart from people were putting masks on to go inside and all that.
And us shouting at the people who didn't put their masks on.
Yes, it was almost like a normal Saturday night in the pub. It was class. And look at us now on the tea.
Yeah, I'm on the coffee at 8 o'clock at night because I'm absolutely shattered, but now I have to stay up and do more work.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Remember we used to drink pints when we were doing the podcast?
Yeah, I know.
It was the highlight of our week. And now it's like, no, we're grown-ups now.
We are grown-ups now. It's because Sean isn't here, the bad influence. You notice that?
The youngest host is the worst influence.
Sean is the bad influence of this, lads.
The Ballyhora bandit.
That's where he gets the name from.
His legs you could chew on for a month.
Yes, indeed. So on today's episode, we're going to delve into the weird and wonderful world of NFTs and mainly how they can benefit photographers. Because NFTs are something that I've heard a lot about, over the last little while, and it's grown legs more and more as time goes by. But I didn't really understand them, so much so that I actually muted the term NFT on Twitter for about 6 months because I was just like, I don't want to see that. Get out of here. Same with the word COVID. I actually muted that as well. So that was quite nice. But yeah, so I thought how can NFTs benefit photographers? Our listeners out there, I mean, how can they benefit you? What we know about them, what we've learned about them so far. Do we like them? I know there are some people out there that are very against NFTs, very outspoken about that, which, you know, we love that. We love a bit of healthy debate. At the moment, I'm on neither side of the fence. I don't know. I still don't know, you know, an awful lot about them. But what are they? Like, what are the benefits of an NFT? I suppose we could start with NFT on its own. Like, where does the term NFT come from? Do you know, Roro?
I know nothing about anything to do with NFTs. Or no, it's I don't know much about this because I'm also not one for crypto. Yes. And cryptocurrencies and that, and it's very much a similar thing, and it's looking very much like the future of everything. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how money will work. This is how everything's going to work going forward. Like buying houses, and there's going to be smart contracts and things and all that. But like, what an NFT is, it means non-fungible token. Yep. And the word fungible, which is an excellent word. I'm sure Sean would appreciate that word. It's fungible to say. It is. I'm leaving. But yeah, they're basically unique, one-off tradable items. Yep. So, like, what an NFT isn't would be, say someone has a Patreon where on a higher tier you get offered bonus content. Mm-hmm. That's not fungible because there's other people who have access to it. There's other people who can get that content for paying that price point. Yep. A one-off would be like a really, really rare Charizard Pokemon card. Oh yeah. There was only one ever made. That's fungible. There's one of them. Its value is inherent to itself. So that's kind of what NFTs are creating. So you can mint your own NFT. So like, if you took a photograph, posted it on the internet, and it was the first ever photograph from that place posted on the internet, that has a digital signature, or rather you mint it to be an NFT. Like the co-founder of Twitter's first ever tweet was an NFT and was sold for millions. Really? And it was like a tweet that said hello or something. Like, but it was minted as a non-fungible token because it's the first ever tweet by the co-founder of Twitter on the Twitter platform. It's the most unique a tweet could be. Yeah. So it was minted and then sold for lots of money. So it's like, it's mad. Like, the more you think about it, it's like if you try and think how big is the universe. Yeah. The possibilities are endless with NFTs. Yeah, absolutely endless. So obviously, during completely and utterly endless. The course, they're so endless. Endless. During the course of looking into NFTs for this episode, it's mad. First of all, like, it's a very brand new, to me anyway, brand new concept, right? But there are people out there minting photos and selling them for ridiculous amounts of money and getting a ridiculous amount of money for these photos. Because, like, let's say I take a photograph right now out my back garden. I could NFT that, yeah? We could mint it. There'd be only one sold, and the owner of that would then have the only copy of that photo. Yeah. Well, no, you see, this is where it gets confusing. They've the only copy of that photo online, like that post. Yes. So it's like, in Instagram these days, with feature hubs reposting and stuff, does that mean if something gets minted as an NFT, say my photograph of Wicklow Lighthouse, I minted that as an NFT, sold it for €4. I bought it for €4. Yeah, so you hold the NFT rights to that or whatever. And then the tripod page comes along and goes, oh, that's a lovely photo, we're going to repost that. That's no longer fungible, that photograph. Like, it's posted somewhere different. It's been moved on. Maybe I printed copies of it. But I think the NFT thing is like, it's that post, that specific post becomes minted. Yeah. And that raises so many questions. Like, what's stopping people just constantly minting the same photo over and over again? Yeah, stuff like that. The answer to that is nothing. You can mint the same photo over and over again.
it's, I suppose if you look at it from the likes of, like physical art, right? Let's say I draw a picture of Peter the cat, right? Whiskers, his gorgeous eyes, the whole shebang. I draw a picture of Peter the cat. That picture that I've drawn is non-fungible. Because there's one. There's one, only that one picture that I've drawn. But I could sell copies of that picture. Excuse me, that was weird. That's a weird noise.
Kevin just hit puberty.
Yeah. I could sell copies of that picture, but they wouldn't be the non-fungible item because that's still the original drawing. You know what I mean? So let's say you have a Picasso painting in your house, like an original Picasso painting, right? Your mates could have copies of that, but it's not like they don't have a Picasso. They have a copy of a Picasso. So like if like someone could have a Kevin Hennessy, but everyone else would only have copies of a Kevin Hennessy. You know what I mean? So it's the original. Yeah. So then if that translates into digital, so I post a photo of Ed the cat and I mint it and sell it on, any of those selling platforms. The original one that I've sold is owned then by the owner. I still own the rights to the photo, by the way, which is another bizarre, fantastic thing for photographers. You still own 100% rights to the photos, but they own the number one kind of mint. They own the number one photo of that. And then anyone else, it would be a copy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So does that mean then that someone could go onto my Instagram, take one of my photos, mint it into the blockchain? So there's this whole encrypted blockchain-y activity thing that it creates the NFT, puts the value on it.
Yeah.
They make a load of money off it. And it's my photo. Like, I'm completely unaware someone's gone and done that. Like,
yes.
So this is dodgy. It
can be. Like, it's very, like, obviously, I don't know what kind of rules and regulations there are out there about it, but it's not very, like, as I said, you can sell the same, you can NFT and mint the same photo over and over again. It's mad. Like, I suppose, the way also, like, some photographers will have limited edition prints.
Yeah.
So you'll have 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, so on. There's nothing stopping the photographer then saying, do you know what? That went quite well. I'm going to do, another set, and it'll be like 6 of 10, 7 of 10. So, like, yeah, it's down to, would it be down to morals maybe?
Yeah. It's, I just opened up an NFT marketplace there just out of curiosity.
Yeah, which one did you open up out of curiosity?
Yeah, OpenSea.io.
Oh, nice.
And it seems to be a lot of actual digital art has popped up at first. Like actual digital drawings, which is good to see. And like, I know it's done in Ethereum is the cryptocurrency, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Behind this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like, someone has an offer there of 4.77 Ethereum on their
That's about
drawing.
$7,000, is it?
Yeah, it'd be more, would it?
Yeah.
4.77 would be roughly $15,000. So like, to see artwork in a market going for those prices is fantastic.
It's beautiful.
That's good news, and the market will grow, and obviously then prices will shrink and fall and whatever. That's how markets work.
Yeah.
But the opportunity that comes with this is unbelievable. I think I'll need to look into though the minting side of it. Like, what does it cost to mint? Who can mint? Where your rights go, basically, if someone else mints one of your pieces.
Yeah, I mean, so you do still own the copyright. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing it yourself, should I say, you own the copyright of the artwork. But yeah, I suppose there's nothing stopping someone stealing your images. But at the end of the day, Ronan, even now, there's nothing really stopping someone. Like, you can load 4K photos on Twitter, and someone could steal one of those, print it off, maybe postcard size because it won't be maybe huge quality or whatever, but they could print it off and sell that. Like, it's similar in that respect. But yeah, I mean, you do still own the photo, so which is good. You own the copyright to it, which is really good because you're not selling the copyright along with the photo. You're just selling a unique version of that photo, I suppose.
So it's like printing without the printing.
Yeah, it's basically the new age of printing, I would say.
So does that mean there's a market for us if we invent a smart picture frame where you could display your work in a smart... If that gets invented now and comes out with like Alexa and Google Homes, I swear to God, we're NFT the shite out of this episode. I said it first, copyrighted, and then we can go and sue them, be rich. Yeah. But it's like, do you know when you'd watch Stargate or Star Trek or one of them, like we're living in those ages now, the way 100%. Things are going. And like any spacefaring video game you play where the currency is always like units or bits or something.
Yeah.
Like that's where this is going with these Ethereums and Bitcoins. There's going to become like a universal currency.
Yeah.
And everything is going to be for sale. Even posts on the fucking internet.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Like when you think about it that way. Like some of the photos, I was looking up, I was just having a look. I sent you one, I think, didn't I? I sent you a screenshot of one earlier on. And it was a photo. It was a decent photo. Like it was something Sean O'Riordan would pull out of the bag just on a random Sunday. You know what I mean?
And not me, no.
Well, just he's not here, so I thought I'd, just
instead of being nice to me, who is here, who made the effort to be here with you. And
yeah, it's fair enough.
Sean's great, isn't he?
Yeah. But see, you wouldn't pull it out of the bag on a Sunday. You'd do it like Thursday afternoon or something.
I only shoot once every 9 months now. That's my new thing.
Exactly. You're the key to Welch of the tripod.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a lovely shot. But look, don't get me wrong. But this particular shot was going, and there was a bid for like $3,500 on it, and like the guy wasn't like famous. You know what I mean? He wasn't a Peter McKinnon or a Sean Tucker or Ronan Harding Downs. You know what I mean? He was just.
I was taking a drink when you said that, so I've no witty retort.
just a photographer, and it was selling for like $3,500. So like, there is. It appears that there's money to be made out there, listeners, and if, like me, let's say you've never sold prints, like, but I'd sooner sell an NFT, I think, than I would a print.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre. Like, there's a cost involved, like, basically to go through the minting process. The website I was looking on, I'll see if I still have it here. No, I don't, because I crop my screenshots before I send them to get rid of the battery percentage, because the lads laugh at me all the time. But like, there's a few websites out there basically for NFTs, and it's about 30 on that website. It was £30 to go to register and mint it. That includes the whole process, which includes your NFT being supported by a blockchain. Blockchain, Ronan, do you want to delve into that a bit?
I haven't a clue when it comes to crypto and blockchains. I've deliberately avoided it.
Yeah.
Because it's mad to me. But then, like, I think with the blockchain, to sum it up, basically, it's a finite position. So as that thing moves around the internet, you can trace back the blockchain to be like, this is it. This is the photographer or artist or whoever, and this is who owns it. This is copyright, blah, blah, blah. So it actually becomes a real tangible thing by entering the blockchain. Like, it gets a stamp. It's not like you can just create a Squarespace site and have loads of different URLs with the same picture on. Then there's like a million of them that would then trace back and be like, well, actually, down the blockchain, this is the original. Yeah, here it is there.
It's like it's almost like a digital fingerprint.
Yeah,
because it keeps, it's basically, it keeps record of your NFT, and that blockchain will stay with your NFT the whole time, and it'll follow it around. So no matter where that NFT, or in this, in our case, photograph, ends up, it'll always be brought back to that one digital kind of imprint, which is the blockchain, which is going to be like Ronan Harding Downs or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's mad though, because then it's basically like, I mean, if you're on Facebook,
see,
on a desktop, you can right click, or even on a phone, tap in and save image to your phone.
Screenshot it.
Yeah, or screenshot it and crop it or whatever. But essentially the only difference then is like, yeah, the Picasso thing is a good thing. Like everyone can have a copy of the Mona Lisa or a Picasso, but then there's one original. And that's what this NFT thing is doing. So basically, some rich kid in LA buying art on the internet and buying photographs on the internet, he has bragging rights over anyone else.
That's all it is. It's bragging rights.
Yeah. So it's basically like old days art, when it was like you were fancy if you had art, to modernize it. Oh, it's mad. Humans are mad.
That is exactly it.
Why have we done this?
It is the modernization of art. It's not bad, you know, like, and it has its benefits. Former guest. He was a former guest. He's not a guest currently, so he's a former guest. Mr. Ben Horn does not like NFTs.
Yes.
So we will include that side of things. They're bad for the environment, isn't that right?
They're bad for the environment.
I don't know. Like they're bad.
I think humans are bad, and then we're doing no good.
Holy God, Ronan.
No, but like I don't like the world we live in anymore. With cryptocurrencies and bitcoins, and Elon Musk is going to Mars. No, it's mad. This all happening too quick for my little brain. Yes.
Yeah. I had a quick look there as to why, because we know Ben Horn loves the land, loves, you know, all things wholesome and good, because he's such a gent. He really, really is. NFTs are partially responsible for millions of tons of planet-heating carbon dioxide emissions generated by cryptocurrencies. So, yes, they are bad for the environment.
Oh, is this the farms you see people making?
Yes.
I don't understand that either.
No. Now, the counter argument to that, I suppose, would be everything. I mean, even if you mint and print actual money, that's going to have a carbon footprint. That's going to cause issues.
So you can't just create a Bitcoin. It's in the internet somewhere and has to be dug up through a massive server. That's mad. Am I the only one who thinks that the world we live in is so mad? Like
it's kind of like, once again, bringing it back to like real life. If you had like a lump of silver these days, you couldn't go into a shop and buy something with a lump of silver.
Jesus. Titty fucking Christ.
You know what I mean? Like it would have to be like minted and produced as a €2 coin or whatever.
But first, the silver ore would have to be dug up and then smelted.
Exactly. So you're digging it up from the...
So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but different.
Only we can't see it because it happens in the sky somewhere.
Yes,
Is
sir.
the internet in the sky? I assume it's in the sky, is it?
Yeah.
This is mad. What happened, Kev? What happened to humans? Tell us a bit about that.
We got clever, I think. We just people just start thinking more and wanted to make loads of money on photographs of trees.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's go for it. NFTs and stuff like that, that'll be used for everything though. Like house, deeds, work contracts possibly. I don't know. Like it's like...
Yeah. See, one of the things I read that's interesting is the future of NFTs could mean that, like, if you buy a house, the deeds to that house is an NFT because it's non-fungible. That is the deed to that house and no other house. So if you're the one who owns that house, you're the first one to get that NFT. You could then put a smart contract into that says, every time this house is sold, I get 10% of the sale. So the first person to buy that house would be like, that's grand, yeah. Like when I go to sell it, you get 10%, cool. But then the next person who sells it, and the next person that sells it, they never agreed to this, but because it's an NFT and the first person agreed to it, it's like written into it. So you then make an absolute fortune off all the resales of that house.
Can we do that with like the podcast? Somehow.
Sell the podcast.
Anyone want to buy the podcast?
Anyone want to buy Sean? Because we're proving here today we don't need you anymore, buddy. I love you, Sean. I'm so sorry.
We do.
Forgive me.
Come back, come back soon. I think, listeners, we should be expecting Sean back next week, by the way.
Yeah, he's back to work and he's
fingers crossed
to his eyes.
Yeah.
But for anyone, I need to go and look into this because it's mad. You're digging up things that don't exist, in my opinion. Like, who created the internet? Like, where is it? Is it in the sky? Like, it's not real. It's numbers and binary floating around somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you do want to jump in and have a look, there's OpenSea is one place to buy. Rareable, Super Rare, Foundation, Nifty Gateway,
Foundation
Known
was the
Origin,
one I was looking at today.
Was it? And
Yeah.
Bitski, BITSKI. And they're all NFT platforms, and you can mint your own NFTs as well. And as Kev said,
Supposedly
fees,
Foundation is the kind of best one for like creators, as in us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we are. So yeah, you can go on and you can mint your own NFT. I'm actually going to mint an NFT for the crack of that $7 million Balanistow Woods photo. I'm going to turn that into an NFT. Like
You
that
should.
page, that'd be gas.
You should. Do it on the one we spoke about, that whatever that one was called again.
The Foundation one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, because the fee is around $30, but you also need to have a cryptocurrency wallet. And I don't know how that works.
You can set that up on your iPhone. I don't know about Android, but I'm sure if you can have like contactless payment on an Android phone, which I'm sure you can.
Yeah, Google Pay, yeah.
Yeah, then you could probably do it that way. So it should be no hassle at all. That is exciting. That's something for our listeners to, take and see what happens this time next week. You could sell that photo
Google,
for,
and now my Google is shouting at me.
Oh God, you could set that photo for like 11 grand, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but it's in Ethereum, which is. Let me see what the exchange rate is now.
Yeah, but like you can then sell your Ethereum, and there's like currency converters. Like you can literally just, if you have your Ethereum, you can just sell it for euros.
Jesus wept. 1 Ether, which is an Ethereum coin, is worth €2,981. And that is down from yesterday, where it was 3,308. Wow. The lowest point in the last 3 months for an Ether, which is 1 Ethereum coin, was €2,567 for one.
And like most of your generic NFT photos on these websites are going for like anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5 Ethereum.
Yeah, so that picture I saw earlier that was going for 4 Ether, or 4.77, wasn't it? Ether. Yeah. That's €14,220.
And like that was the current bid. That wasn't even sold. Like that was a current bid for just a digital photo, lads.
Wow.
So, I mean, okay, it's not as easy as just getting your back catalogue and uploading every photo and just having like everything as an NFT and just hope for the best. And we're not promoting crypto investment or any of that kind of thing, and because it can be classed as a form of gambling, and we're not promoting that in any way, shape, or form. But if you wanted to see how you get on, like choose your favorite photo, and you could pop it up and see what happens. It could be very interesting.
Yeah, it makes me think as well, though, who's really making the money here? Is it the people selling the NFTs, or is it the NFT platforms that are minting these NFTs for 30 quid a pop? I'd say they're raking it in.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, I think the buyer is the strangest person in this whole thing. Like,
yeah, because you don't even get a physical product at the end of it. Like, this is mad. Where did we go wrong, Kev? Tell us a bit about that.
It's bizarre because if you let's say we take your infamous Balanistow photo,
yeah,
like you sell that. Let's say you NFT it and mint it and sell it for 1 ether.
Yeah. That's $3,000. Like,
Yeah. So that dude or lady now owns a copy of that photo. Like, I know it's the number one original photo or whatever, but you still own the rights to the photo. You can still print it, you can still sell it, you can still advertise it, you can still use it on your website.
Can I just say there's actually no proof it's the first?
Oh, I know.
I'm just claiming it is to try and make €7 million off one photo.
But like, it's mad. Like, you still can do everything with it. You can post it wherever you want. You could sell it again.
Yeah.
And this dude or lady has just spent $7,000 on it.
God, NFTs are good.
Yeah.
Although I really like Ben Horn, so
I know it kills me to say that. I hope he's not listening to
yeah,
this.
the process of blockchains and mining for bitcoins and that I don't know much about. The other thing though is, in a past life I was an environmental specialist. I don't know if anybody knows that about me. Climate change, it's done. Like, it's not going to stop. There's nothing we can do to change that. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Like, so can we get rid of paper straws firstly, because they're shite?
Yeah, they really are. Like, I mean, there's like, they're so bad.
They're woeful. They just, like, no vessel for drink should dissolve into the drink.
No.
I know straws aren't the vessel.
Especially when you're getting like a McDonald's, you gotta be when you're driving home. By the time you get home, you've had a little sneaky soap, and by the time you get home, you're like, oh great, I have soggy straw syndrome.
Yeah, this is the greatest rabbit hole we've ever had.
Yeah, it is.
But now, climate change is inevitable. So, as you said, like, what's the difference between these massive servers mining for Bitcoin and a massive quarry mining for zinc to run electric cars?
Yep.
Do you know? And that's, I don't want to fight Ben Horn, but
no, never. We love you, Ben.
The way things are going forward, like, I think it's bad to say that the climate is done, but it is. Like, the damage is done. We're not going to suddenly have 7 billion people change their ways enough to make a dent in that. It's going to happen. We need to handle that then and learn from our mistakes going forward. But the NFT thing and blockchains, Bitcoin and all that, I think the future is more exciting. And potentially with more money out there, there will be more change. Possibly being a bit too optimistic by saying that, but, you know, life could get better, maybe.
Yeah.
With things like this.
I think so. So I'm looking up here really quickly. Here's a quick rundown of kind of what to expect if you are planning on doing this, right? So if you're gonna try this, and obviously Ronan, you are going to try this. So here's what you're gonna do.
Absolutely, yeah.
Choose your photo. We have your photo, Ballin and Stowwoods. Choose your platform. We have settled on, I say we because I'm involved in this now, Foundation, yeah?
Yes.
Then you have to decide how many editions you want to sell. So you can sell 1 edition, but you can set it to sell 5 editions, right? Because it doesn't matter. If you set 5 editions, they'll each have a separate digital fingerprint. So they'll all still be unique, which is mental as well, because it's ridiculous. But they'd all still be unique NFTs, even though it's the same photo, which is ridiculous, like completely ridiculous. You choose your reserve bid, so like 0.5 ethereal or whatever.
Might be grand with 0.1 Ethereum.
Sorry?
Like 0.1 it'd be €300 or 250 to €300 for 0.1. Yeah. That's lovely, yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So set it at that. And what you make a mint from your mint, I suppose. Because that's how it would work.
Jesus. I'm doing this. I have to try this.
Do it.
And we'll do an NFTs part 2 when we know more about it.
Yeah, because this was something that was just I can't even remember how it came into my head, but it was just I got really interested in it all of a sudden, and I wanted to speak about it. Oh, actually, it was because of Ben Horn.
Yeah, he removed all his socials, I think, because of the fallout of NFTs. Yeah,
he does not like NFTs. And I didn't understand them, so I was like, "Yeah, me neither, Ben. I hate them. They suck." I said that to him. I said, "Yeah, I hate them." But I hated them because I didn't understand them. Now that I kind of understand them, I don't think I hate them anymore.
That's a bit like I was when Little Mix first came out. I didn't know who they were, so I hated them just automatically with a burning passion.
Yeah.
And then when I learned what a little mix is. I was like, oh, they're quite good, yeah.
Yeah, they are. They're class.
I don't know where that came from. Sorry, yeah. Just me being
sorry.
random.
I loved it. I loved it. So that is officially NFT part 1. Because we will have an NFT part 2.
I'm intrigued.
So, yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, listeners, if any of you have any experience with NFTs, I mean, feel free to come on if you want.
Send us on voice notes. Our phone number is down in the thing below. Or send us on text. Or send us on your Ethereum as well.
An NFT advocate.
Is he? Mihal, will we send him a little message?
I think we should. We could maybe get him on to speak about his experience with them.
I feel like Mark O'Brien's going to know a thing or two about cryptos.
Yes. Yeah. Because like cryptocurrency is different. Cryptocurrency is mad, right? But if you just look at NFTs as a way of making money, maybe, you know, you don't need to know. I don't think you need to know about cryptocurrency to maybe know about NFTs. But you know what I mean? Because cryptocurrency is a whole separate thing. Whereas NFTs, okay, you get paid in cryptocurrency, but you can just sell it off and get cash money then for it. You know what I mean? So you don't really need, all you need to know is exchange rates more so than anything, and how to change over from fake money to real money.
It raises the question as well, though, because to be fair, art markets, a massive reason for art markets and high art prices was to launder and hide money. Like for the mafia and that, to launder loads of money, they go buy loads of art, which retains its value and you sell it in the future. It's the same with big businesses, like CEOs of big companies don't take home a salary, but they get bonuses of, here's a unique art piece, a Banksy or something, you know?
Yeah.
So it does raise the question, is there going to be like digital money laundering now through NFTs and that?
Already happening.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
so interesting. Where did humans go wrong, Kev? Tell us a bit about that.
So I suppose like it was probably, do you know what I'd say it was? I'd say it was back in 1992 when the widget that's inserted into a Guinness can beat the internet to invention of the year that year.
Oh my God.
I'd say the internet people took that personally and said, do you know what? Let's make a mess of this place.
It's mad to think that.
That's a fact, by the way.
Yeah, was the internet invented in 1992?
I think it was 92 or 94. Hang on.
So in my lifetime, I've gone from and not being able to use the house phone to people are buying things with fake money that someone dug up using a big computer. Like,
it was 1991 actually.
What is going on in the world?
Yeah, 1991.
I was born in 1990, and the following year the world began to fall apart.
Yeah,
that's mad.
It was actually, yeah. Like, can you imagine the inventor of the internet being like, "Oh, we're gonna win, lads," and then now someone who stuck a ball inside of a can of Guinness was like, "Back in your box." No one will use you. You silly internet.
Drunk Irish lad. Do you reckon I can fit this ping pong ball in this can, lads?
Yeah, I'd say so. In fairness, the widget is a genius idea. You know what I mean? It's genius. Right, I think that's it for NFTs, is it?
Yeah, well, it's not. I'm diving into this because I'm intrigued.
Yes. And now it's time for the end of the show.
You can't do that to people.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I mean, if like, does Ronan have a roundabout?
No.
Does Kev have a corner? No.
You're the worst host.
I know.
Our phone number's in the box below. Send us in your thoughts on NFTs, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. Also, if you want to be in the Photos for Fitness group, text the WhatsApp as well. Just text group or text, "Hi, I want to be in the group," or "Hello, Ronan, good evening. I hope this finds you well. I would love to be added to the Photos for Fitness group, please." And I'll add you into it.
Or send a strawberry emoji.
Or that, yeah.
We love strawberries around here.
I don't know why, but yeah. Did that
Just
all come
happened.
from Lucy, was it? Was that episode 1 that happened in?
It just happened. I think it just kind of happened. But look, that's the tripod. That's what you get. That's what you get from the tripod. You know what I mean?
You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what's in store.
You never know what you're going to get. I suppose until next week, lads, thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure. It's been educational for both of us as well, I think, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I don't want to sound big-headed, but it's rare I sit into an episode and I don't know what's going on. And this is one of those things. Like I like photography, so I learn about photography. But if you go outside of photography into the world, I'm like a dumb little shit. And I'm like, ooh, tell me more.
Can't even tie your shoelaces very well.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing
Velcro.
Laceless shoes at the moment. It is true.
It's very true. But look, we will delve into this further. Maybe not next week. I think we've got the Sean lad back next week, which is lovely. But yeah, we'll be back and we will have a massive update. Maybe keep an eye on our socials. Maybe Ronan might keep us informed up there as to how your NFT is getting along.
I can't even run my own socials at the moment, so
I'll do it for you.
Oh, good man, thanks.
I'll do it for you.
Sound out, you're a good lad, yeah.
And look, friends, thank you all so much for listening. Tell your friends, get them to tell their friends, and follow us on Twitter because we're trying to get a bit of a gathering going on Twitter because Twitter have spaces, yeah. Well, we want to start hosting spaces so we can all get involved because they're very, very cool, but you need to have a certain amount of followers on Twitter. So if you're listening to this and you have a Twitter account, search the tripod_cast and give us a follow. And then share it and tell all your mates to follow us as well.
Yeah.
Right. Good luck, lads. Stay safe. Wash your hands. I'll be taking loads of photos at gigs again soon. So I can't wait. And Ronan, you keep smashing your weddings, buddy. Because you're the bomb.
Thank you.
This was a weird episode, I think, wasn't it?
I'm touching myself tonight.
What?
Endless.
You said nothing. Good luck, everybody. See you later. Ciao. Oh, see you next Thursday. Sorry.
Do you reckon if I put together the soundboard of Sean that I could make that an NFT and then I'd be
100%.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
I mean, Gary, I was on top of a mountain. You could NFT each soundbite.
Oh, I'm definitely touching myself tonight.
Yeah, do it. Do it. NFT a video of that. Let's end this.
Okay, love you. Bye.
See you next Thursday.
Let's talk photography.
And there you have it, folks. Another episode of The Tripod.
If you did enjoy the podcast, please consider leaving us a review on iTunes.
And you can always subscribe to the podcast. And if you want to listen to more episodes, head over to www.tripod.ie, where you can find us on our socials, which include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Okay, Ronan, that's enough.
Be on Snapchat
that's
and
enough,
TikTok. And okay, thanks.